Alright, what's going on, everybody? I wanted to talk to you real quick about a fun deck I came across while I was YouTubing a little bit in Dragon Ball Super. Shout out to 3XG Productions. This is where I got this deck profile from. It's a Shenron Maiden deck profile. I played at a local tournament and it was extremely consistent. I got second place when I played it. But other than that, it was still a great and fun deck, so I'm going to talk about it. It won't take long at all. So first, of course, you got your Shenron leader right here. And with Shenron, pretty much tap, search out 2 Dragon Balls. Once you get all 7, you can go ahead and wish. And when you wish, you can grab a desired card, which you have a few desired cards in here for targets. And then after that, that's when it really kicks into play. It really starts going. So you notice you're not going to be running all of the maidens. You're really only running one maiden. You're going to be running Brienne, and you're going to go ahead and get to her final form. And at that point is when you're going to start really taking your opponent down for a game. So you just want to set up at that point. So with Brienne, pretty much you go ahead, throw her in play. She has barrier. And then you look at your top 7, grab a pretty much a card you need to search out for. And then go on for your opponent's turn. Really consistent times I played it. I'll Childish Wish her out if I go for that. Other than that, if I didn't do that, I would just go ahead and go on to the Spirited Trunks. So with Spirited Search Trunks, that's another way to get out your Dragon Balls. And then with him, the cool thing is you can go in after you use your desired cards, you can get your desired cards back. And that's the good thing about keeping this card out there. Most of the time, I didn't even swing until I was ready to. Because I wanted to keep him alive, to keep my opponent on their toes. And for a little hand disruption, you play Super 17. His attack cannot be negated. Double strike. You play it, discard 2 cards from your hand, and your opponent has to discard as well. That's good because you want to keep your opponent's hand down as low as possible when you're pushing for a game. Now, of course, with some decks that like search heavy, it's not a whole lot you can do. But with this one, at least it helps out early game. I mean, there are times where I would like throw it into the drop and my opponent would forget about it and I'll world piece it out. And then they'll be like, oh, there it is. So as far as evolution lineup with the Maiden, you're going to go ahead and go to Rebrienne. You play Rebrienne and then pretty much Bear. You don't have to swing with it if you don't want to. And I got my little lady here with me. So you don't have to swing with it if you don't want to, because you want to keep it alive for your next turn. Play it if you want to swing with it. It helps a little bit of discarding. But then that's when you start getting fun, because that's when you go into the 7 drop. Cost of 1 green to play it. And then what she's going to allow you to do is she's going to be swinging, and you want to make sure when she's swinging, they're going to discard, and you want to give her a crit as well too. And that's just going to be extremely helpful as far as keeping your opponent's hand low. Another searching for your Dragon Balls, you're going to have your Dragon Ball Seeker Sorbet. And again, that's what's going to allow you to get your Dragon Balls out and wish a little bit quicker. And again, that's what it's all about, is to get there as quick as possible. So a good fun card that I didn't see coming was Explosive, a Spirit Son Goku, your blocker, board removal as well too. And like the guy said, pretty much when you play it, you don't even like, it doesn't even phase you if you go ahead and play this card. You'll card cast it in and you be like, oh, okay. Or you can Childish Wish it in and it's still the same thing. Of course, for your super combos here, you're going to play your Trunks because your leader is black. And then after that, you have Crisis Crusher. And with Crisis Crusher, that's going to help stop a lot of the cards, like people playing Trunks or anything that 1 drops. You're going to shut them down at that point. For another 4 drop, you're going to play Shenron. That's going to help you get some cards to your hand. But again, I play Shenron, and when I've seen it played, I really played it when I was at the end and pushing as hard as I could to get game and to keep my opponent's hand down to nothing. And then with this card, you draw, and then you can choose from one of the effects that it has on there. And remember, you can only choose one of the effects. You can't choose all 3. You just choose one of the effects. Either you're going to stand up energy, or you're going to give a card some power with crit. Flying Nimbus, as you can see, you have enough yellow to make this work. This is one of your negates right here. You go ahead, you play Flying Nimbus, you drop 1 card, yellow card specifically, has to be yellow card, and you can stop your opponent from pushing you with a bunch of attacks, which allows you to stay in the game. And then you have Personal Ambition. Personal Ambition, this is a desire card. So with the desire card, you tap one, you draw, and then that same energy or whatever energy you pretty much tap down with, you can just stand it right back up. Really, really good card for some draw power in this deck. And of course, you got the 7 Dragon Balls. With 7 Dragon Balls, you just play them, you can draw. Dragon Radar. When I was using the Dragon Radar, I mean, I only searched out the Dragon Balls to utilize it, and then I'll just play them right back. And then some more of the spice for your deck, you have Childish Wish and World Peace. So Childish Wish, you're grabbing a card with 15,000 power, and then you're playing it. And then World Peace, you just play this card, and then based on however many energy you got, this is the card you can play, you can go in for to really help for a game. So you kind of heard me talk about some combos. Biggest thing is you want to make sure your Brienne is staying alive in this game to get to the 7 drop. If it doesn't, no worries, because again, you have enough draw power in this deck to just like keep going and keep getting what you need to really put pressure onto your opponent. And most of the time, they experienced people to see it coming, but other people may not see it coming. So again, I really like this deck. If you're new to Super, this is not an expensive deck. It takes like about 40 bucks to make this deck, and you can actually get in and just have fun and just enjoy the game. Next set 6 is coming out, so I'm going to be talking about another deck. Of course, I'll be talking about Frieza Swap, because I think that is a very spicy deck. And I want you all to kind of sit back, and we're all going to talk about different ideas before we post that video up. And I hope you all enjoyed this. Again, it's a quick down and dirty look at this deck, but when I say if you're looking for something extremely consistent and fun to play, and you're trying to counter a meta, this is going to help you have a lot of fun with the game. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned, you know, every Sunday, every Saturday, you know, look for some videos I might be doing, and hopefully in the near future you're going to see me playing a few matches with some of my friends. Other than that, man, thanks for watching. I'm going to click here.